Animated series cosmetic pack before part 2. New content coming to Astraeos. And Desolate Titan joins ARK Official. You're right, kids, it's Raasclark and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So say hello to Community Crunch 448 with an arrival announcement of ARK the Animated Series Cosmetic Pack. Didn't have that one on our bingo cards, especially being a paid cosmetic pack, and it's been met to certainly a mixed response. Whilst the image presents us with a date of it dropping on the 26th of March, along with the Thylap, Beezer, Buffo, Wolf, Carcharodontosaurus, some coelacanth there in the bottom corner. How on earth are you going to skin them? I guess you can tame them if you really want to, as well as a bunch of survivor skins. Hello, Tapawara there at the top as well. There's a lot coming with this pack, seemingly every single dino in ARK. And whilst it doesn't exclusively say it, it seems to suggest that this could be every single creature that we're seeing in ARK the Animated Series, and of course part 2 whenever we get that. Though, do notice there's no Giga skin there. Where the heck is that one? Wild card. That's like the main feature, right? And all this for the Hansley sum of $14.99, which yet being met to some dissatisfied people. Some people comparing it to other games, saying, well, you know, you get a single skin for $15. All of that for $15 isn't too bad. And I guess this is simply going to boil down to your opinion on if you think it's worth it and if you want it. It's a skin pack, right? We did say if you're going to introduce premium mods, ways to monetize skins is definitely a way, because it's not altering the gameplay in any shape or form. You can either support it if you enjoy it, or you can't. It's up to you. It depends on your perspective. It depends on your preference on if you like these or not. Of course, if you're into ARK the Animated Series, it's a bit of a no-brainer for you out there. But honestly, my opinion, with such a high price, I'd like to at least see these skins being applied to wilds out there. I'd like to see these creatures being encountered. Let's have a whole overhaul of the creatures out there with the skins already applied to them. Let's get that in the game. Let me experience, if there's so many creatures, skins there to encounter, let me see those skins on creatures out in the wild as I'm playing it. I think that would be kind of the next step with this pack, to at least give it some extra je ne sais quoi bit of $14.99. You get to see them animated in the wild. But you know, it's a cosmetic pack, and this is the way cosmetic packs work at the moment. You apply them to whatever creature you've tamed. It does remind us, where the heck is ARK the Animated Series part 2? Right, we got part 1 last year. Like this time last year, even before this time last year, it felt like a long time ago. Or was it even before last year? It felt like a very long time ago. And part 2 hasn't arrived yet. Where the heck is part 2? Is it ever coming out? Are we going to see? There was a lot of different scenic storylines teased of this part 1 that we got. But where is it? When is it coming out? All we know really so far, if you cast your minds back to the interview with Jeremy and Jesse back in the Extra Life thing that we did last year, they said to expect part 2 sometime around summer this year. And I guess we'll have to hope it does arrive then, and probably still on Paramount Plus. So maybe if you're intending to get it, get ready to renew those subscriptions. Hopefully this is complementive of the Dear J mod pack that gives you a bunch of skins, that is a free one if you forgot about that one, which you get by finding a bunch of different explorer notes out in the wild, giving you a range of skins being showcased here by Ninja Killer. But I have noticed a few people in the chat saying ever since the cosmetic inventory changed, all the animated series skins are gone, and going back to the notes doesn't unlock them. I really hope there's nothing sussy going on there to promote buying this pack. Either way though, it is a heck of a lot of skins, and as some people have said, you pay almost this price for one skin in other games, and I guess it's just going to be down to your opinion on whether you think it's worth it or not. But as Vino mentioned on Twitter and retweeting the post, well, okay, we got some news on these skins, but where the heck is the Unreal 5.5 update? We still haven't got it. It is meant to be this month. Okay, it's still quite early into the month, but there's little to no news about it. Are we going to see it? Is it going to happen? There seems to be some reluctance from the wider community out there, some apprehension. I'm probably not to expect it. It was originally announced as a 5.4 update with an explanation that they're trying to catch up with all of the new improvements with the custom code base. And then, of course, revealed they were aiming to synchronize with the Unreal Engine 5.5 version. But the fact is, there's now an Unreal Engine 5.6. Who knows when Unreal 5.7 might come out, and if Wildcard are ever closer to being as caught up as they planned to be for this month. I guess only time will tell. But something that is on the way, Astraeos updates. There's going to be a bunch of different things happening over the next few weeks. You'll find very soon new lightning effects accompanying new weather systems such as rain, as well as ocean drops will be introduced pretty soon, some more ocean resources, and Leoplorodons, including fixes for OSDs, element veins, and building. Speaking of building, it was mentioned a while back by 𝘏𝘏𝘏, that the Astraeos structures mod, if you've got that installed, will be discontinued, and in fact I think it has now been discontinued, so hopefully you wasn't using that and you've now transitioned to the custom cosmetics version of this mod instead, if you plan to have your wonderful Greek palaces out on your modded servers. And we got a first look at the mini bosses that we'll be seeing arriving with the Giant Island extension to Astraeos very soon, where it appears we'll be fighting two mythological boars, the 𝘛𝘏𝘏𝘏 and Erymanthian. I'm sure I butchered both of those pronunciations, but being suggested as mini bosses that are going to provide loot. It's a welcome to new edition with this giant planned content update, though no date given as to when expect this, and with a few tech unlocks still unavailable, such as the tech TP, and with such a giant map, a tech TP is certainly a handy one. Will we see the arrival of the third boss to allow us all of the dragon techgrams to unlock from that one? But on top of that, if you forgot, 𝘏𝘏𝘏 is still gearing up to redesign, re-uplift, re-facelift Valguero, and hopefully in doing so he's promoting Depth's new paleo additions with his paleo mods, of which we're currently playing with on Astraeos, and my word, the paleo creatures are so better than the vanilla variants. I really wish they would integrate these into the base game, but I guess for whatever reasons they can't. But you know, Depth does now work for wildcard, so maybe has some influence there. You never know. But what we do know is he's currently working on the Diabloceratops, and with the name being suggested as much, will we see this as a brand new creature rather than a possible variant to the Trike instead, as well as the Evo Aloe artwork he just teased in his Discord. And my word, this one actually looks really cool. Might get me finally wanting to day myself an Aloe when this gets an update. And speaking of mods, we got another showcase this week once again, showcasing something I kind of got very intrigued about before this teaser trailer went out. Gig ARK Islands, a new premium mod map, kind of made to suggest a gauntlet style map where you'll be taking on the most hardest challenges you've possibly yet, and we'll definitely have to check that one out soon, as well as a bunch of new cosmetics being offered by a range of cool modders. Here's a spooky demon if you fancy dotted one of those on your head. Sleeping giants, feel like that's promoting something. What is sleeping giants? Only they know. And oh my god, kill it with fire. Cyrus, I hate you. Why have you brought this thing into my life? It's horrible. But I'll let you off with the Flutter's Night cosmetic. And yes, Ultimate Muscle Roller Legend, car cosmetics are coming in quick. And whilst we ride one of these downhill, I guess it's time for a bit of a DDoS update. Obviously, the DDoS is still an issue. It's still been ongoing. I'm sure Wildcard are at a point where they're like, I don't even know what to say anymore. But it does seem that they are improving on these DDoS attacks. They're improving the defenses. I did notice a DDoS attack just recently, I think it was yesterday, where it lasted barely 5 minutes. It was pretty quick. It was possibly the quickest counter protection we've seen yet. It was gone before it even started, and I'm hoping that's a sign of things to come with whoever's behind the scenes there, Nitrado, Wildcard, whoever's working on this is definitely implementing something to improve their protection against these dirty DDoSers out there. And to be honest, I don't really want to talk about it too much more. We've obviously had a whole rant about what DDoSing is. I don't really want to give any more attention to the people that are doing this, and just hopefully some prison sentences are dealt out for the people that are doing these. So fingers crossed we hear some news on that. But now most servers are seemingly operational at the moment. Wildcard did drop a nice welcomed 3x rates on official taming, harvesting, maturation and hatching, with other reflective rates on that, with small tribes getting 5.5 times and ARK getting 6 times. Hot diggity damn. And with it being a brand new season just wiped today, if you want some quick and easy PvP action, 6x on official is insane. And there's some new mods being introduced to this one in particular I can't believe they've introduced, because this thing, my word, Dragonheart's Desolate Titan is an absolute monster. of a creature. It is definitely one of the best creatures we've ever seen. We checked it out. We did a whole video on this monster, and it's great to see it unofficial in a sense. Of course, ARK Pack, it depends on how you look at ARK Pack being official or not, but it's there. Our wild card, trialing it, testing it out on how people respond to it. Could we ever see this being brought into actual vanilla official? I doubt it. I don't know, man. This thing's an absolute monster. I really loved it, though. I really loved the aesthetics of this thing. I really loved the controls and the abilities of this creature. One of the best ones out there. Well worth checking out if you haven't already. It's a free mod, don't forget, which seems to be a much rarer and rarer occurrence. But hey, if you want to pay for something, there's like 80 plus ARK animated skins coming soon. $15. Is it worth it? I guess we'll be the judge of that when it comes out. Right, until the next one, my name is Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always,